Okay, so my thoughts on government and what its role should be. Obviously, a government has to exist. There are too many people and too many nations in this world for government not to exist. There's 7 billion people in this world, and they have to be governed one way or the other, or else there would be chaos. A lot of people think of government as being a bad thing because government puts a lot of restrictions and enforces a lot of rules that people don't like on them, and it takes away from their freedom. But when you think about it, without government, we would all be at a loss for a sense of protection and a sense of security and a sense of leadership. We would be scared and lonely. And that is why government is so important, is because it's there to protect us in the end. However, the type of government is very important. For example, in the Middle East and in North Korea, where they're under communistic governments, the people are so controlled that they're not able to be an individual. They're told what they have to believe, how they have to dress, how they have to wear their hair. They're not able to be an individual. And MJism does not stand for this, because MJism is all about being an individual, believing in what you want to believe in, and expressing yourself the way you want to express yourself. That is why here in America and the United States, we live under the best form of government there is, which is a democracy. And the reason that is because it's the perfect compromise to allowing the people, the citizens, to do what they want and believe in what they want and express their opinions, but at the same time, they are held accountable for their actions, which is also very important. MJism, another concern of government is when the government, by MJism, is when the government interferes with personal matters and discriminates. For example, gay marriage is not legal in my home state of Arizona because the government has been influenced by religion. Even though church and state claim to be separate, they're really not, because if they were separate, then gay marriage should be legal in all 50 states, because nowhere in the Constitution does it say that a man and a man or a woman and a woman cannot get married. It is the government holding back the rights that should be inherently granted to gay citizens across the nation because they have been influenced by religion. This MJism does not stand for. And there's nothing that one single person can do to change this. It has to be a group effort for the right to be granted and for the law to be changed. But it's going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of hope. And the best way to look at this is that this is a continuation of postmodernism, the era that we're in right now, because we're continuing to do things the non-traditional way and do things the more modern way and the more sophisticated way. And it's not something that's going to change overnight, but it's going to take time and a lot of execution and hope. So government has its good sides and its bad sides. No matter what, a government has to be in place. But when a government doesn't draw its own boundaries, that's when a government upsets MJism. Moving on to your idea of society, my idea of society, what role I play in society, and the role of my fellow man. While MJism believes that anyone can do whatever they want, but in terms of expressing themselves, they still need to be a good citizen and treat others the way that they want to be treated, the way that you would want to be treated, and have respect, and go to school, and treat authority figures with respect, and treat your parents with respect, and obey the law. That is what MJism pertains to the teenage adolescent generations, and it is important that that these generations make not so much decisions when it comes to, in MJism, when it comes to like drinking alcohol or smoking, those types of decisions where it may not be the law to do them, but you're not hurting anybody. MJism understands that because kids are kids and they're going to do things like that. But MJism does not stand for people who are rude to other people and people who treat other people poorly and people who go out of their way to make other people's lives miserable and to bully and to taunt. MJism is not about that. MJism is about treating people with the utmost respect and being caring and loving and nice. And that is their role in society. And along with that, they have to continue in school so that way they can move on to get a career, to be a productive member of society and work and help benefit others of the society. So the main goal of the main focus of those under MJism is that they're treating others with respect and treating others the way that they want to be respected, and at the same time being successful and striving for a career and not just being lazy and not dropping out of school. MJism does not stand for that because there's no excuse for that anymore, because we live in a very competitive world and you have to be on top of your game at all times, because MJism wants the best for everybody, and in order for them to achieve that, they have to be self-motivated and they have to push themselves. And so that is what MJism stands for when it comes to the role of citizens within a society.